Hey there, folks. All right. I teased direct democracy yesterday. Now let's go into it in detail. The way direct democracy would work is that we'd simply eliminate the legislative body and representative democracy entirely. They are not needed. The only reason we ever needed to get a whole bunch of people together in the same room so they could debate things was there was literally no other way for them to debate things. We eliminate the legislator. We only needed legislative democracy when the only way to get people together was like on horseback, and there was no rapid communication technology at all. So the minute we had the telegraph and people could just stay in their constituencies and telegraph in their vote, we didn't need representative democracy anymore, and we haven't needed it since. We don't need to pick some moral degenerate to go and vote in our stead when we could just do it ourselves. I mean, this is the modern world. This is the internet. It would be trivial to gather votes from everybody on everything. So just eliminate them. The people are the parliament. The citizens are the Congress. That's it. We're really good at doing secure transactions over the internet. So we would just have to use that system to also track votes. If it's good enough for banks to give you your money back, then it's good enough for the system to track your vote. But if you vote in person, more on that in a second, you get a receipt proving it'll have your name on it and how you voted. So you'll be able to prove how you voted and therefore prove whether there's been any chicanery on the computer level or not. Now, how do you get this receipt? Simple. In addition to being able to vote on the internet, you will also be able to vote in person in one of the millions of voting booths all over the world known as ATMs. ATMs have all the technology required to register a vote. They have an extremely secure network. They can print receipts. They are everywhere. So you would just essentially scan your government ID in, and you'd be able to vote. Boom, right there on the screen of the ATM. Simple. Now, the banks might not volunteer to do this, as it might cost them several pennies. But, that's what legislation is for. You want to keep operating in Canada? Then comply. We have a chartered banking system, and charters can be revoked. And you might think, well, there's tons of votes there, that they have on various things. And a lot of them are really obscure and boring, and most people wouldn't be interested in them. Well, yes, and that means that the direct democracy method means that only the people who are interested in a subject will vote on it, which sounds about right to me. Everybody can vote on it, but most people won't be bothered to vote on something that isn't all that interesting. An agricultural loophole or some obscure bit of the tax code that doesn't really affect all that much or whatever, You will, in effect, have created a democracy based on interest. The people who are interested in a subject will vote on it. Most people won't. And to me, that's a great system. And just remember, this is key to keep in your mind. If you remember nothing else from this little talk, remember this. This will completely eliminate politicians. There will be no more politicians. There will be no more elections because politicians are kind of the entire point of an election. There will be no more political campaigns. There could be no more Donald Trumps. Yes, it's still possible for someone to manipulate the media and maybe get the people to vote in their favor, but I still prefer a system where you would have to fool everybody rather than you only have to fool like a couple hundred politicians. And that's fool or bribe or capture or extort from or whatever. It is completely ridiculous that we've made a system where it's so easy to get all the politicians in one place where they can be bribed. Or otherwise, influenced. Just think, if there's no more politicians, there's no more lobbyists. There's no more political industry of image consultants and speech therapists and whatever, All of that is just fucking gone. Everything is just decided by the people, and there's really no reason not to do that. There isn't an argument against direct democracy that isn't also an argument against democracy, period. I mean, if you're thinking, oh, but what if people choose the wrong thing? Well, we already let them choose the wrong thing. It's called politics. Imagine, think about this. This is the absurdity of representative democracy. Imagine if instead of being able to buy your own groceries, all you got to do was pick one person who is going to buy the groceries for everybody for 4 years. Now, what are the odds that they get what you want? Even with the best of intentions, which are not guaranteed. It's ridiculous. What we have now is token democracy. It's about as little democracy as you could give people and be able to still call yourself a democracy. You get one vote between two parties every 4 fucking years, and that is it. That is it. Now, that is not democracy. That is, at best, democracy-flavored tyranny. And it has the same relationship to real democracy that grape Kool-Aid has to grapes. So we need real democracy. We need more democracy now. More democracy now. More democracy now. Shout it from the rooftops. Shout it at Donald Trump, for sure. If we get behind this, we could make it happen. We could get rid of the political class entirely and return the power to the people directly, which is where it belongs. We don't need people to make our decisions for us anymore. We can do it ourselves. And there be no more politicians ever again. Well, that's all I can think of at the moment, anyway. There's probably more that I'll think of later, but whatever. I guess that's all from me for today, folks. I will talk to you nice people again tomorrow. Bye-bye. Alright, let's get this done. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Or if you hated this video, please like and subscribe. Or if you didn't even really care, please like and subscribe. Just like and subscribe. No matter what, I don't care. I just want the money. Oh, for Christ's sake.